A pleasant good evening to each and every one of you out here in Cedar Grove. I must tell you how happy I am to be here this evening. But before I proceed, I want to pause for a few seconds to recognize the tragedy that took place early on today in respect of the crew that was en route to Barbuda. I am pleased that with the help of many, including the Coast Guard and the ABSEC, the Dutch frigate and the Dutch aircraft, the sailing vessel and the fisher folk, that we were able to recover and rescue 3 of the 4 who were on that vessel going to Barbuda. I am saddened, though, that we have not yet been able to recover the 4th individual, who not only hails from Antigua, but is also the father of a constituent of mine who is married to Curtis McKay and lives in Upper Gambles. I'm also doubly touched because the individual who is still not found is also the brother of a person who works very closely with me in the name of Mrs. Donna Francis from Wireless. So I ask that we keep the family of all of these individuals in our prayers, and we pause for a few minutes to just recognize that event. I thank you very much. Well, we're here tonight, and we're here to send a loud message to the Antigua Labour Party, especially those in rural North. We want to tell them tonight that it is going to be Herbert John McGinley for rural North. We know the brother did it in 2004. And when they thought he was going to lose the seat in 2009, he came back and did it again. And we have news for them, because Brother John McGinley is going to do it 3 in a row. It's going to be 3-peat in rural North with Brother John McGinley. And Brother John McGinley is a proven politician and minister of the United Progressive Party government. What a wonderful job he's doing as Minister of Tourism. All of those projects working hard for the people of this country. And that is why the people of Cedar Grove, the people of Yorks, the people of Crosby's, Coolidge, Blue Waters, and throughout rural North must send John McGinley back to the House of Representatives in the Parliament of Antigua and Barbuda. So I want to hear all of you from rural North. I want to hear your horns for Brother John McGinley. It will be Brother John McGinley on election day for St. John's rural North, my brothers and sisters. And as I would have said in the past, when we are counting for John McGinley and we are counting for all of my other colleagues, I want to assure each and every one of you, you will be counting for Errol Cort in rural East, because we are going to bring home that seat for the United Progressive Party, my brothers and sisters. And I must confess, I did hear some rumors that the Labour Party candidate was getting cold feet. But we don't want him to drop out the race. We want him to come back because we have to defeat him fairly and squarely. We don't want to win by default. We want to contest the elections with him and send him home packing once and for all, my brothers and sisters. But tonight is not to talk about my opponent. Tonight is to celebrate the anticipated victory of the United Progressive Party in the 2014 general elections on the 12th of June. And as we begin to celebrate the victory, I am hearing all sorts of utterances from the Labour Party. The most recent is that the Labour Party is going to keep all of the social programs started by the United Progressive Party. Can you imagine that? After they went on a crusade saying they're going to cut programs, cut this, cut that, they're now making a U-turn and they're saying they're going to keep all of the programs. They're going to build 500 homes in 500 days. Can you imagine that, my brothers and sisters? But at the same time, they are going to remove personal income tax. At the same time, they are going to review the ABST and probably reduce it from 15% to maybe as low as 7%. Well, we have to ask ourselves the question, if they abolish personal income tax and if they reduce the ABST, how are they going to run the government? How are they going to keep the social programs that they say they're going to keep? How are they going to balance the books, my brothers and sisters? Well, I am here to tell you tonight that if they do what they say they're going to do, including wiping off all these bills at APUA, if they keep those promises, my brothers and sisters, then I have news for the public servants in this country. Because for them to balance the books and for them to do all those things and remove personal income tax, which is over $60 million, and to lower ABST, which is another set of millions, public servants, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 of you will have to be sent home because the books are not going to be balanced. Where are they going to get the money from? So public servants in this country, if the Antigua Labour Party was to get governance in this country, beware. You might be on the chopping block. Some 3,000 to 5,000 of you, my brothers and sisters. And notwithstanding what they say about the social programs, if they cut all these taxes, all those social programs will go out the window. And as they are cutting public servants, I want to remind all public servants in this country, it is the United Progressive Party that, having gone through the greatest recession ever experienced in this country, not one public servant was sent home. Not one. And I want to remind you, when the Labour Party contract with you as public servants to give you increases, not a penny from them, you have to depend on us for over 100 million in back pay. And as they line up to send you home in such great disrespect, we say to you, in our third term of office, we will pay the remaining back pay of another $100 million to you, public servants in this country. And as the Labour Party gets ready to cut and or reduce the social programs in this country, we say to you, in the third term of governance under the United Progressive Party, we will expand our social programs. You've already seen the school meals program, my brothers and sisters, how that program is being expanded through all the primary schools in this country. And we're getting ready to introduce the school meals into the secondary schools in this country. And I feel happy, I feel proud that in Rollis, the first government preschool, Simon Boulevard Preschool, Just a few weeks ago, school meals were introduced into Simon Boulevard Preschool under the United Progressive Party government. I feel proud, my brothers and sisters. All those single mothers who send their children there don't have to worry now, because the children can go to the preschool and know they're getting a hot, nutritious meal under Winston Baldwin Spencer and the United Progressive Party, my brothers and sisters. And as the Labour Party comes with all these grandiose ideas, I also want to say that for those things to happen, they will have to go on a rampage once again in respect of all of those statutory corporations. So Social Security, medical benefits, we already know that in order to build 500 homes, whether in 500 days or whether it is 5 years, they are going to raid Social Security and medical benefits. So those of you who are nearing pension age, what is going to happen to your pension? When you walk to Social Security and say, well, no, I'm ready for my pension, you know what they can tell you? Pension in them homes that Labour Party forced us to build. Brothers and sisters, you don't want that. You don't want us to go back to those days where all the statutory bodies in this country are raided. You want to protect your pension. You want to ensure that when you go to medical benefits, you can get your medication and the like. And we will ensure that we transform medical benefits to make sure you have a national insurance policy through medical benefits so that your health care will be covered in this country, my brothers and sisters. That's what we will do. Not raid those statutory bodies as pronounced by the Antigua Labour Party. And we know all those pensioners out there, are you going to get a cut in your pension for the Labour Party to meet its grandiose ideas? When we went into office, people were earning a pension less than $100. And I said somewhere, and somebody challenged me, I had to go on the radio and bring the figures to show that we have many pensioners in this country who are currently earning a pension which is greater than the wage they earned when they were working with the government, thanks to this administration. And I say to all of them tonight, if you allow the Antigua Labour Party to gain office in this country, that pension might be in jeopardy. You gotta fight, my brothers and sisters who are pensioners, to ensure that the United Progressive Party remains in office. And I want to address all of the wonderful people from rural North. I know that some of you may have had some concerns about taxation in this country. We listened. We took your recommendations on board, and we have adjusted the tax in this country so that most people who are paying personal income tax will not be paying more than 8%, my brothers and sisters of rural North. And I am sure that you don't have a problem paying 8% of your income to enjoy the Barber Green roads, to enjoy the lights, to enjoy the infrastructure, to enjoy a first-class airport now being constructed at the V.C. Byrd International Airport. I am sure that 8% cannot be too much for us to ask you to make your contribution to the building of this country, my brothers and sisters in rural North. And I have to remind you that the threshold of the tax was increased from $3,000 a month to $3,500. So those of you who earn less than $3,500 a month will not pay any personal income tax. So, my brothers and sisters in rural North, we say to you that you have all to win with the UPP. We ask you to lend your support to Brother John McGinley. we can see the wonderful job that he's been doing with that wonderful, wonderful medical center over there, the clinic. What a wonderful clinic that is being constructed right here in Cedar Grove. So we call on all of you tonight, as we go to the polls, to ensure in Royal North that John McGinley is the man for the UPP. My brothers and sisters, as I wind down, I want to remind you that these elections on the 12th of June will be serious elections. The elections on the 12th of June will determine the future of this country. It will determine the political career of many. It will determine whether you, the people of Antigua and Barbuda, are prepared to bring back that old corrupt Antigua Labour Party to govern this country. It will depend on whether you want to reduce the standing of Antigua and Barbuda, and by extension, Antiguans and Barbudans in the diaspora. We, from 2004, would have changed the image and the name of this country so that each and every one of you can walk anywhere in this world and be proud to be an Antiguan and Barbudan. And I say to you, if we go back there, we will be destroying all what the UPP did to build the image of Antigua and Barbuda and Antiguans and Barbudans. So we count on you, my brothers and sisters, to do the right thing and to talk to all your neighbors, your friends, your family, to make sure that they do the right thing. This is not time to be on the fence. This is not time for you to be uncertain. We would have campaigned long and hard. This would have been the longest campaign that we have ever seen. We have brought the facts to you, my brothers and sisters. This is time for action. This is time for you to demonstrate your support. This is time for you to galvanize those around you. This is time for you to ensure that the UPP is re-elected for a third term of office in this country. So, my brothers and sisters, we say to you, it will be the United Progressive Party. It will be UPP now more than ever. UPP now more than ever. UPP now more than ever. Thank you very much.